Bright blessings of the full moon. This is Selena Fox, and it is so good to have all of you who are joining us live and all of you who will be joining us later. Circle Sanctuary has celebrated the full moon since our beginnings in 1974. In 2020, we transitioned to online for the first time in 45 years. And now in 2021, we're continuing to develop our full moon circle online. And I want to give thanks to Chris the Bard, who's also doing our tech, and to Judith, who's part of our ministers training program, who is helping with coordination of full moon circles. And I also want to give thanks to Dree, who is going to be monitoring our comments on YouTube. We will have a healing circle part of our full moon circle tonight. If you have a particular form of healing, a particular healing need that you would like us to focus on, I invite you to mention that in the comments. Put your first name and your last initial and where you're from. And there'll be a time later in our circle tonight where we will be reading names and guiding us all in the healing of others. Tonight, we celebrate the February full moon. And this is also the lunation that starts Lunar New Year. And Lunar New Year has been celebrated by many peoples in many parts of the world since ancient times. Lunar New Year in the 21st century is not only celebrated across many places of Asia, but other parts of the world. And typically it begins with the lunar feast in the evening before it starts at new moon, and then it culminates with full moon. We just had a lantern festival. So we get to celebrate possibilities full moon tonight. And whatever your country, whatever your spiritual tradition, your culture, welcome to our full moon circle tonight. Right blessings.
Welcome. I second that, Selena. This February 2021 full moon is rising in the mutable earth sign of Virgo, which is known as a sign of health and healing, and which happens to be my sign. So I'm delighted to welcome you here with us tonight, either live or when you are watching this later. The theme of possibilities was born out of last month's full moon circle, which was about transitions. As we leave the old year behind and head towards spring, this is a great time to set new intentions, explore our dreams, imagine our hopes, and see the options before us in this expanding time of possibilities. I'm honored to be here with our Circle Sanctuary Senior Minister and Founding Priestess, Selena Fox, and many other wonderful participants who I'll be introducing throughout this evening. We now go to Nikki for circle announcements.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our February Possibilities Full Moon Circle. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. So, announcements for tonight. Just remember to check the Circle Sanctuary website at www.circlesanctuary.org for more information about all of these events. First off, Circle Sanctuary's Welcome Spring Festival is going to be held on Saturday, March 20th, starting at 1 p.m. Central Time. It'll be on Circle's YouTube channel. The theme is Welcome Spring, Growing Light. It is free for Circle members and $10 for non-members. Please register on Circle's website. Pre-registration is required by March 18th. Our next full moon circle is going to be Sunday, March 28th at 7 p.m. Central Time. It will also air live on the Circle YouTube channel. Next month's theme for our virtual full moon circle will be springtime renewal. Please check the Circle Sanctuary website or the CSN Podcasts Facebook page for a full schedule of upcoming podcasts for the month. Specifically, watch for Laura's Lunatic Mondays podcast on Monday night, March 8th, for a special interview coming up with Selena Fox, and also to celebrate the second anniversary of CSNP's Circle Sanctuary's Internet Radio Network and International Women's Day. This year's Pagan Spirit Gathering is also going to be virtual. Information about music performers and special workshops will be announced upcoming in March here. It'll be taking place Friday, June 25th through Sunday, June 27th. Registration and admission fees will be requested of all attendees. Please also consider supporting Circle through joining our membership program. Members receive a quarterly newsletter, membership patch and card. Membership also includes discounts on products and events. You can also help support Circle by donating to the Circle Sanctuary COVID-19 Relief Fund or by shopping on our online resource shop. I think that's everything I got for you tonight. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Nikki. We now go back to Selena for the attunement to the divine.
We are gathered here from many places, from many paths, and let us join together, ourselves here live, and those who will join us later, because this will be archived, and recognize that we're connecting with people all around the world who are also celebrating this full moon time. Divine is one, divine is many. We call to you, we honor you. Be with us, be in us. Divine is moon goddess, divine is moon god, divine as moon spirit. We celebrate you, divine that is spirit of community. Be with us, be in us, now and throughout this ride. So be it.
Thank you, Selena. We now have Dale will give us an incense.
I light now this incense in honor of the full moon, she who was ordained to rule the night. As its smoke rises up toward her, carrying with it all our good intentions, thoughts, and prayers, so I now call down a blessing on all those gathered together for this ritual. As the winter season is drawing to a close, and the new season of spring is coming to be, may your eyes be open to the new possibilities the Divine Mother is bringing into your lives, so that as you experience each leaf bursting forth with green life, you may be filled with the joy to exclaim, behold, she is making all things new. Be blessed. So mote it be.
Thank you, Dale. Laura, would you please now cast our circle?
Hello, everybody. Good evening. In this night of possibilities, please tap into your power of imagination. If you feel so inclined to reach out with your hands or to put your hands by your heart, or to touch the corners of your computer, whichever feels good to you. We are together. We are with the magic of the internet and all these gadgets. We are creating the biggest circle ever. I call upon the powers of North, the element of Earth, to heal us, to bless us, and to be with us, to help us tap into the possibilities of growth, stability, and abundance. Hail and welcome, Earth, so mote it be. I call upon the powers of the East, the power of air, the element, to inspire us, to heal us, to bless us, and to guide us into the possibilities of inspiration, ideas, intuition, and wisdom. Welcome, air, so mote it be. I call upon the powers of the South, the element of fire, to come and join us, to heal us, to help us, to bless us with the possibilities of transformation, of fire, of energy, of passion and faith. Welcome, fire, so mote it be. I call upon the powers of the West, the powers of water, the energy to heal us, to bless us, to lend us His energy and possibilities of emotional intelligence, of joy, of laughter, and the ability to flow like the rivers, like the Great Mother. The cosmos above, that which is all of us and from which all of us come, may it bless us and show us the possibility of expansion and oneness. To the earth below, may it bless us and lends us the possibilities of grounding and stability. And to the element that is all and all is one, the spirit within, without, around, below, and above, the spirit that join us, may we be present right here, right now, or later with the magic of the internet. In one spirit, our circle is cast, so mote it be.
Thank you, Laura. Richard will now kindle our moon fire.
Yes, Richard here. I'm generally build all the fires for our circle sanctuary full moon circles. And I'll take you on a verbal trip up to one of the more remote circles, the stone circle. It's about a half of an hour walk up to the stone circle from the major gathering spot at the temple room. The first half of the trip is through the forest, and at the end, we run up on the edge of the new prairie. We go past the cemetery we have full body burials in a green cemetery. And then at the top of the hill is the stone circle. And it's named after that because it is a circle around with lots of stones. Everybody that has visited there over the last decades has brought up a small stone, something that they could carry in their pocket. And around the circumference of about a 40-foot circle, there's a pile of small stones. The pile is maybe 18 inches wide and 6 inches tall. And that is the circumference of the magical circle up there. And interestingly enough, inside that circle, there's 3-4 growing oak trees. And they provide a canopy over the circle. So when we light a fire, it has to be a very small one so we don't scorch the oak leaves overhead. So in remembrance of the days that we're up there, I'm going to light this beeswax candle, and hopefully sometime this later summer, we can all get up there. So mote it be.
I now invite you all to light your candles. And again, welcome you to this evening together or watching later. May we all be open to the new possibilities of this coming Lunar New Year and, to the spring. Welcome. We'll now have Pathwalker give our invocation.
On this night and in this place and space, we gather in circle to be at one with the great and gracious goddess of the night and her triple aspects, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. Let us honor her inspiring presence with our circle and within ourselves. May each of us, in our time together in the safe and sacred space beneath the full moon, create and project outward our lunar magic of peace, harmony, and unconditional love in ever widening circles. So mote it be.
Thank you, Pathwalker. Selena is now going to talk about full moon possibilities.
I invite you all, wherever you may be, to join in this simple chant. Let us attune and commune with full moon. 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 Converging in community, circling in harmony, converging in community, circling in harmony, converging in community, circling in harmony. Right moon blessings.
Robin will now give us a narrative poem about the time of the spirit right now.
A Song of Hope. Early morning, February 8th, 2021. The rising sun lights the snow-covered limbs on the silver maples outside my window. A thin sheen of ice glistens on the dried plant stalks and evergreen needles. Since we celebrated Imbolc, there has been much talk of the arrival of spring. Yet here where I live, we are still deep in the snows of winter, and icy winds bluster about. Spring seems very far away. Changes of many kinds seem so slow in coming this year. I try to stay hopeful, but sometimes feel sad or frustrated and stuck, reluctant to even dream of possibilities. Lost in a tangle of unsettling and slightly crabby thoughts, I realize I hear a sound outside, which I haven't heard for a long time. Though it's familiar, I can't name it right away, but it makes me smile. It is a song of hope that changes are underway. Rosemary, Rosemary, are the words I hear to his song in my mind. As the bird song continues, I look outside, but I see no birds. But somewhere out there is a chickadee proclaiming his arrival in my yard. And now his call sounds to me like he is proclaiming like he's telling me to pay attention, Pay attention. Pausing in delight and staring out the window, his song reminds me of the changes that are happening. The days dawn earlier and the light stays later. On the branches of some trees and bushes, have you looked? Do you see the buds forming? Some subtle changes require you to slow down, look carefully, and listen deeply. At night, look to the moon. She still moves through her phases, marking off the month. Some call her the bare bones moon when full in February, because this is a time when resources of many kinds are depleted, perhaps this year more than most. Yet she is waxing and offering us increasing energy. How might we honor her gift? After sunset last night. I've looked to the moon each night and talked with her since the visit with the chickadee. The moon is indeed continuing on her journey, changing a bit each night. I feel comfort and hope in the normality of it. I've asked her to help me be resilient, to make it through into the promises of this spring. As she has waxed to almost full, so has my faith that positive changes can be ahead. Standing beneath her, I've opened to possibilities and dare to dream again of what could be. And so tonight, as I blow an offering of dried herbs into the night air, I say, Spirit of the bare bones moon, embodiment of rising through challenging times, thank you for helping me to find the perspective I need. Your light rekindles the spark of hope within me, and I will make it through the coming weeks, watching closely, listening deeply, and being encouraged by changes of all kinds that I see, hear, and feel. Thank you for sending the chickadee to me. Blessed be.
That was lovely, Robin. Thank you so much. And now Poppins is going to tell us about the lunar Chinese metal ox here.
Hello. I would like to share with you about the Chinese zodiac, which changes with the Chinese New Year. The Chinese New Year, also known as the Lunar New Year Spring Festival, and celebrated in China, Vietnam, Korea, and a variety of other places, begins at the new moon that falls between January 21st and February 20th. Is a 15-day event that concludes at the full moon. This year's Chinese New Year started Friday, February 12th. Each Chinese New Year starts with a new animal, one of the 12 from the Chinese zodiac, and rotates every 12 years. In order, the animals are rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. February 12th, 2021 started the year of the ox. Now I would like to read to you the horoscope from the 2021-2022 Witch's Almanac, the Sun, Rays of Hope. Year of the Metal Ox, February 12th, 2021 through January 31st, 2022. This is a metal ox year, gentle and patient. The ox, cow, or water buffalo is beloved and respected in legends and art throughout Asia. The diligent ox reaches its goals through sheer endurance. It's best to keep the ox's good side, though. When offended or betrayed, the buffalo can become infuriated, charging an adversary or problem with a rage that amounts to violence. This is rare, though. Usually, this faithful and humble one can be found pulling a plow or turning the water wheel. Ox is a good, stable friend who provides sustenance for others. The metal or white ox is charismatic and intuitive. An aura of spirituality combined with superb social skills surrounds those born in a metal ox year. With startling eloquence, they combine language skills with subtle humor to make a point. Throughout the year, strong opinions concerning right and wrong are firmly held. Loyalty is important, and a certain stubbornness prevails. It is wise to be observant and to develop outstanding accuracy and proficiency. The choices made and actions followed tend to leave lasting impressions in surroundings. Be aware of potential impacts and think things through before moving forward. Years of the ox include 1937, 1949, 1961, 1973, 1985, 1997, 2009, 2021, and 2033. Thank you.
And thank you, Poppins. Great information. We now go to Meredith, who's going to read a poem on February.
Greetings. My name is Meredith, and I live in rural Mazomanie, Wisconsin. I share my home with my husband, 2 German shepherds, 2 rambunctious 8-month-old kittens, and 1 overwintered honeybee colony. We share this land with white-tailed deer, coyotes, bald eagles, and other birds of prey, geese, crows, a multitude of birds that frequent our bird feeders, raccoons, possums, skunks, rabbits, mice, and many native plants, insects, and mycelium. This beautiful area is the ancestral hunting grounds of the Ho-Chunk people. With this poem, we honor the First Nations people's tradition of calling this month's full moon the snow moon. February. In the second month, the snow moon shines, a riser at dusk, a cold full moon, white, suspended, making trees into shadows, crooked dark lines, from an ebony sky, azimuth high, bright, just splendid. A pair of coyotes howls in the sapphire lunar glow, leery. In the company of 2 great horned owls, but wings silent as the falling snow, eerie. A poem by Gerald Seminary.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Meredith. We now get to be serenaded with some music by Steve.
Hello all. Let's see. Hello all. This is what's known as a dumbira. It's an instrument that was it's been around for thousands of years among the Shona people of Zimbabwe. And so I'm going to play a traditional song called Kuzanga, which is like a spring song, also a wedding song about celebrating wanting to be a happy life free from fear. And in the spirit of possibilities, this is probably the first time that an mbira has ever been accompanied by a Raspberry Pi computer playing a sample of a traditional hosho, which is the percussion instrument.
That was great, Steve. Thank you very much. I love the sound of the Mabira. So now we have a poem on endless possibilities by Bree.
Endless Possibilities was written by Blue Rose Poet. On the road of life, there are many possibilities, endless possibilities, to go this way or that way. Only you can decide which way is best, for it is your life to live, not mine. No one can make your best guess. You must make the decisions, for they affect you and only you. You must be the one to see them through. Endless possibilities, endless dimensions of life. Don't let them slip away and swirl into the pitch black of another day. Don't bury them in the deep emotions of the heart. Instead, let them soar to unimagined heights, up, up and away. See them go. Traveling into the wild blue yonder of the universe's unclouded skies. Oh, the endless possibilities are like shining, beautiful diamonds in a field of gems just waiting to be unearthed, and so are they on the road of life. The traverse possibilities waiting to be crossed so that you can see all there is to see and do all there is to do. To soar to new heights never dreamed, to see new places never seen. Follow your heart, follow your dreams into the realm of endless possibilities. Thank you.
Thank you, Bree. Lovely poem. So we now go back to Meredith for a poem on the cold full moon.
The cold full moon. I stood in the moonlight this morning. The earth is slowly waking, whispering, stretching, waiting for the sun. Wondrous feeling, cold white light wrapping around me. Lift me up, dance in the grass, sparkle the trees with diamonds. Blessings. A poem by Kimberly Batar.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here with that. Excuse me, wrong. So the song I'm going to sing is I Hope You Dance. It was written by Tia Sillers and Mark Sanders, but was most memorably sung by Leanne Womack in the year 2000 when she recorded it for MCA. I really like its sense of optimism and can't wait until we can all meet in person again and dance around a full moon bonfire together. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. I hope you get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. May love never leave you empty-handed and abandoned. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Time is a wheel in constant motion, always rolling us along. It just keeps going. Tell me who wants to look back on their past years and wonder where all that time has gone. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the chance to sit it out or dance, dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. And now we'll go to Nikki, who will read the poem, The Spring Afar.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nikki. I'm reading The Spring Afar it was written by Elizabeth Stoddard. Far from the empire of my present days, where I perforce remain, the wild fresh airs of spring blow to and fro, piping out winter's rain. I know the rosy windflowers spread like clouds above the leafy mold, and pollard willows over shallow pools stretch out their rods of gold. I hear the waters in the mossy swamps start on their ocean quest, gliding through meadows, murmuring in woods, till reaching final rest. Fixed in my thoughts is spring, so long remote, though spring cannot endow, as summer can, or yield sweet autumn's peace. It is that my heart needs now, or hope, maybe that spring and hope are one. Therefore I should not ask for leave from this my place, both may be near, behind my daily mask. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. Very heartfelt. Selena, I turn this back over to you for healing possibilities.
So we are going to have possibilities to do healing work together on a number of different issues and ways of being. And I'm going to leave it up to each of us joined here in the Zoom, as well as all of you who are watching live and later, to figure out which or all of these that you may join in with. I'd like to begin with a chant, and then we're going to move into a self-healing part. And I have Chris the Gnome, who has flute, who'll guide us on this and a couple other things that we'll be doing. So imagine the moon, if you can see it outside where you are, all right, see it, or hold it in your mind's eye. We're going to call on the powers of the bright moon, powers of the full moon, powers of the healing moon, come to us. Powers of the bright moon, powers of the full moon, powers of the healing moon, come to us. Powers of the bright moon, powers of the full moon, powers of the healing moon, come to us. And now I invite you to spend a few moments and tense up your muscles and relax them. And let your body kind of tense up and relax. And then take some deep breaths. And then make a sound as you exhale. And then be aware of your own energy and imagine that you are vibrating in a healing way, inspired by the moon, the light of the moon, the power of the moon. And then be attuned to your own feelings. And let yourself move gently and relax and come to a place of peacefulness. And then as you connect with your bright spirit within, you will have an opportunity in a few moments as flute music happens for you to be one with the bard's music of the flute, to awaken understandings within you about possibilities of greater wellness. Perhaps some guidance coming to you about something specific you can do in this next part of the lunar cycle to bring healing and wellness to yourself. Bright full moon, healing blessings. Many thanks to Chris. And now we go from doing some healing work with ourselves and reflections on possibilities of improving our own health and well-being into what I call a global working, a three-part working. Humankind, and there's some creatures too, have been impacted by COVID-19, the coronavirus. That's a new coronavirus, for more than a year now. And with our full moon circle, the very last event that we held in person at the Circle Sanctuary headquarters, Circle Sanctuary Nature Preserve, was the March 9th full moon circle of 2020. There has been quite a journey for people individually, in their households, in their family systems, in their workplaces, in their nations, in their cultures. And it has impacted humans around the planet. In the past week, in the USA, we have crossed the 500,000 mark, 500,000 mark of humans who have died in the USA of COVID-19. And I sound a bell in this first part of our working in memory of those who have died, not only in the USA, but around the world. Not only those who have died specifically of COVID, but of connected situations, including problems with other kinds of loss. And I play this bell in remembrance. Wherever you are, I invite you, if you feel called to do so, to experience love from your heart going out to these souls who are no longer part of our planet incarnated, but that are part of that larger circle of which we're part. I play this bell in remembrance. Spirits of those who have died of COVID and related causes, we remember you. We send you love and support in the hereafter. And we send love and support to all your loved ones. May this time of sorrow remind us of the importance of love and connection. Let us now open our hearts and send love and support to all of those who are grieving. Love, comfort, support to those in need. Love, comfort, and support to those in need. Love, comfort, and support to those in need. So be it. And in this third part of the working, I'm going to do something I have not done yet in this pandemic. As some of you know who have been tracking the news, in whatever country that you are located, and there are a number of ways to get information. We not only have the original coronavirus COVID-19, but as it's been spreading, it's been adapting. And there are variants now, variants in the UK that have gone to other parts of the world, variants from Brazil, variants from South Africa. And the spikes that are on the coronavirus, and you may have seen images of them, and I'm going to show you one in a few moments. They're mutating and changing. So the good news is vaccines are happening and becoming more available. And most of the vaccines are continuing to do a very good job in terms of slowing the spread of the virus. But even though we've got vaccines going on, we still need to do masks for the time being and practice social distancing. So I am putting on my mask as I hold up this image that I got from a place that's talking about the variants. I invite you to join with me and work on containing this virus, containing this virus, stopping the spread. And yes, I put it in this cauldron and close it up to stop the spread. Yes, it is a kind of life, but we ask that it stop killing and harming humans and creatures, that it go in some other dimension and not harm us anymore. And we ask for healing for all who have COVID, have loved ones with COVID, all who are dealing with this. And of course, there is a ritual tool for this. And as I play the singing bowl, I invite you to connect in your own way with the divine, not only as full moon, but the divine according to your own tradition, and pray that not only can we contain the spread of this virus, we can have it disappear, that there can be healing for all of us. Blessings to those who are working on vaccines and treatments. Blessings on those who are administering the vaccines and treatments. Blessings on those who are transporting the vaccines and treatments. Blessings on those healthcare workers, chaplains, people in nursing homes, essential workers, first responders, teachers, spiritual care providers. Blessings to all of those in need. Blessings of protection, resilience, healing, and well-being to all in need, to all in need, to all in need. So mote it be. And now we have an opportunity to do some other healing possibilities. And for this part, we're actually doing a version of what we have done in the past at full moon circles. This way, we have some specific names, and Dree is going to assist me. I give thanks to everybody who put in names on my Selena Fox Updates Facebook page, live streams yesterday and today, to those of you who have put some names in our YouTube comments section. And give thanks to Dree, who is going to speak those names and guide us in sending healing to all of these who are with us. I invite you to imagine a beautiful, glowing light as we create healing light at this full moon night in this healing rite together. So Dree will guide us in working on healing for others.
Let's all take a breath and connect with the power of the sacred full moon tonight and all the possibilities that come with healing. Take a grounding breath in and out with healing and wellness. A moonlight breath in and out with healing and wellness. All as one. Breathe in and out with healing and wellness. As I read these names of our loved ones, see and feel this sacred full moon surrounding them with its pure healing light and energy. Healing and wellness to Corey Crossman and family of Virginia. Aviel of Wisconsin. Kathy S. of Wisconsin. Diane R. of Boston. Roy of Liverpool, England. Amy M. of Maine. Marie C. of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and also the need for housing support. Sharon of Israel. Jim of Southeastern Michigan. Angela S. of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Nikki B. of Sweden for healing from COVID-19. Ram Raut of India. Juanita H. of Texas. Donna H. of Susanville, California. Jahil Y. of New Orleans, Louisiana. Martha C. Kurdat Pia. Marcelo Reyes and the mother from the Philippines. Haven F.K. Mitch W. Mauricio A. Iris A. Luann B. of Minnesota. Sherilyn M. and Colleen M. of Summerside, Prince Edward Island, Canada. Kathy B. Gary Watts to dispel shingles. Healing and stability to Robert B. and Shannon L. in Eastern Tennessee. Healing to Rick R. and Judy P. Elaine D. Ashley S. and Daniel G. Natasha H. Perry K. Cree K. and her baby. Cody K. and Arthur K. Jr. Manifest N. Lee. Healing to Hannah J. Monica G. of Italy. Matthew O. for the healing of mental and wellness. Julie Ann D. Yvonne, Lou, Matthew, and Jacqueline. Yvonne G. Shay B. Healing to Cindy W. of Dayton, Ohio. Monroe P. Tamara C. of Western North Carolina. Margaret C. and family for cleansing and well-being. Sarah S. of Reno, Nevada. Carrie R. of Troy Center, Wisconsin. Jessica M. of Louisiana. Healing to Gina P. Michael C. for knee replacement. Margaret H. of Newfoundland, Canada. Tanya P. Lucian H. and Chris H. for physical and emotional healing. Evie K. of Humble, Texas. Cheryl D. of Scranton, Pennsylvania. Jeanne M. Colleen J. of Australia. Brenda W. of Central Florida. Erin N. of Davenport, California. Anne G. of Rhode Island. Healing to Gina L. of Hamilton, Ohio. Donna B. of New Hampshire. Colleen J. Elaine D. of South Carolina. Nikki W. of Ohio. Amy E. of Poplar Grove, Illinois. Gina P. of Belgium. Lorelei G. of Indiana for emotional and spiritual healing. Margaret D. of The Hague, the Netherlands. Teresa M. of Brantford, Ontario, Canada. Healing to Sue Street. Jamie S. from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Healing and justice for the son of Summer P. Mona A. in Ladson, South Carolina. Healing to the husband of Diane R. Peggy M. from Pennsylvania. Ashley Danielle L. Kathleen C. Marianne C. Crystal K. to dispel anxiety and panic attacks. Michelle M. of Lititz, Pennsylvania. Lynn R. Shannon O. Healing to Karen H. Cheryl L. of Tucson, Arizona. Kimberly P. Cynthia P. Riki P. of the Pacific Northwest in the USA, Laura B. and Preston F., Kari S., Patricia D. and Elizabeth D., Willow and Steve W., healing for well-being and financial improvement for Robert B. and Shannon L. of East Tennessee, Sandy M., Michelle N., Tanya P., healing to Lucian H., Chris H., Zandra A., and on our YouTube, we have Sela S. in Croatia to release what shall be released and ease of embracing the new. Healing and wellness, healing and wellness, healing and wellness. So be it.
So be it. Thank you so much, Dree. And now we have a special working that actually I've had multiple people ask for this, and I became aware of the situation. I live in Wisconsin. There have been all sorts of ups and downs, political things in and out, federally and statewide, having to do with endangered species. The wolf, the gray wolf, has been removed from the endangered species list, and that set a whole lot of things in motion. This happened under a previous administration. And in Wisconsin, how did this impact? For the first time, there was a hunt on wolves in February. And in the first 3 days, the hunters killed 15% of Wisconsin's wolves. And this is just horrible. And there is a report. For those of you who want more information about it, you can go to the Wisconsin State Journal, Thursday, February 25th, and you'll see the headlines. Hunters killed 15% of Wisconsin's wolves. The Ojibwe, some know as Chippewa Anishinaabe people, have the wolf as a brother wolf in a number of these tribal traditions. And quoting from this article, to many Ojibwe communities, hunting in late February, a time when fur quality is poor and wolves are in their breeding season, is regarded as especially wasteful and disrespectful. So, fortunately, the hunt has stopped, but there are many people who are upset, and wolves are upset. And so, I invite our bard with the flute, Chris, to play some healing music for the wolf spirit, all of those who are grieving this. And may we as a community work together to become more informed about environmental laws and take political action, i.e., talk to people who are elected officials and people who are in positions of making some political change. This is not only a Wisconsin issue, but there are these issues happening in other parts of the US and the world with all sorts of endangered species. So as we experience the magic of the flute, let us call to the spirit of the gray wolf. We call to you and honor you. Take our healing prayers. May you be honored and protected now and in times to come. May there be healing and may there be wellness in the gray wolf community in Wisconsin and in other places where there is need. Gray wolf spirit, hear the music and hear our prayers and meditations. Aho. Be well, be well, be well, be well, be well. And I give thanks to Ted Andrews and the Animal Wise Tarot for this image that we are using tonight. So I'm going to share with you some news as we do a very short working. And here again, this is a time of possibilities. So you'll have to reflect on whether this is something that you feel called to do work with. There is something that passed the US House of Representatives on February 25th called the Equality Act. And there has been a need to really bring about equality, liberty, and justice for all. And after that passed the House, it's on its way to the Senate, another bill was introduced, and this is called the Do No Harm Act. You'll find out more about it on Monday, but those of you who are tuning in actually can get a preview. Here is a copy of the bill. Circle Sanctuary has a religious freedom and civil rights branch called Lady Liberty League. And in the past, we've opposed federal legislation on 2 occasions. One in '85, when there was an attempt to take away tax-exempt status from Wiccan churches, which would have impacted not only Wicca, but other forms of paganism and nature spirituality. Fortunately, that legislation stopped. And in 1999, there was an attempt to take away the rights of Wiccans and pagans in the US military from practicing their religion at US military installations. A piece of legislation that not only was introduced once, but twice at the federal level. Fortunately, people took action and that didn't become law. Well, for the first time in Circle Sanctuary history, we've actually helped support a piece of federal legislation. And I invite you to tune into the Circle Sanctuary social media on Monday, March 1st, to learn more about this. Circle Sanctuary is one of 96 faith organizations and LGBTQ groups and other organizations that have put forth this, and it was introduced into a committee on education and labor in the House. So stay tuned for more information. But as I hold this bill here, I invite those of you who have candles, or you can imagine having a candle, to hold your candle high and join me in a chant for equality, liberty, and justice for all. 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 So be it. Amen. Aho. Ashe. Namaste. Salam. Shalom. Blessed be. And as we conclude our healing part tonight and bring closure to our circle in the next few moments, I invite you to imagine planet Earth as you might be flying around if you're circling it, or use your mind. Imagine it glowing with the light of the full moon. Yes, everybody at some point will have the light of the full moon on their part of planet Earth. And what's a good thing that has happened is the US is now part of the Paris Climate Accord once again. So we send healing and wellness to planet Earth, not only the planet as a whole, but all the creatures and plants and ecosystems and humans that make this home. Healing and wellness to planet Earth. Healing and wellness to planet Earth. Healing and wellness to planet Earth. So be it. And may the Great Mother on this full moon night, Bridget of the sun, but also of the moon, bless, protect, sustain, heal, and bring wellness now and in times to come. So be it.
Thank you, Selena. May there be healing and justice for all. So mote it be. So, Harry, would you like to give our benediction, please?
We give thanks for the presence of the lunar goddess's love within the sacred circle and the sisters and brothers therein. Until the next gathering, honoring the great and gracious goddess of the night sky, may each of us, in our own way, throughout the waning and waxing monthly lunar journey, continue our individual and group magical working in support of the greater good of the world within us and the world around us. Blessed be such things.
Blessed be. Selena?
Divine is one, divine is many, divine that is moon goddess, moon god, moon spirit, divine that is community, divine in all the forms that we have personally and as a community have called to be with us. We give thanks, and may you continue to watch over us and guide us now and in times to come. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks.
We give thanks. Laura, if you could please release the circle.
And as we have joined together tonight under the magic of the full moon and with the magic of the internet and time and space as is magical, we give thanks to the elements. We give thanks to the west, to the south, to the east, to the north, to the water, to the fire, to the air, to the earth. We give thanks for the healing, for your presence in our circle, for the immense, unlimited amount of possibilities. Stay if you like and live if you must. So mote it be. To the cosmos above, from which we all come, to the earth below that sustain us, we give thanks for being in our circle. We say hail and farewell. So be it. So mote it be. to the divine spirit that is within us, around us, and all encompassing. We know, divine spirit, you're always within us. We formally thank you for the heightened awareness of your presence in our circle. Hail and farewell. And as our circle is open, we know our energy will always carry us together to the infinite amount of possibilities on this year and years to come. At this time, right here, right now, as you are watching live or watching later, our circle is open and yet unbroken. Blessed be.
So I invite you all to raise your candles as we go into gallery view and close out our evening together. Thank you all so much for being here live this evening, for watching later, for sending your healing and blessings to the world and to all those who need guidance, and may they be well, may justice prevail. So mote it be. Bright blessings.